Hello, today we start a new book, the book of Luke, which is the third gospel. And we will, as usual, give you a brief summary of it and then we will dive into it as we go day by day. The author's name, which is Luke, does not appear in the book, but much unmistakable evidence points to Luke. The gospel is a companion volume to the book of Acts, and the language and structure of these two books indicate that both were written by the same person. They are addressed to the same individual, Theophilus, and the second volume refers to the first, Acts 1 and 1. Certain sections of Acts use the pronoun we, and you can see it throughout, indicating that the author was with Paul when the events described in these passages took place. By process of elimination, Paul's dear friend Luke, the doctor and fellow worker, becomes the most likely candidate. His authorship is supported by the uniform testimony of early Christian writings. Now, Luke was probably a Gentile by birth, well educated in Greek culture, a physician by profession, a companion of Paul at various times, from his second missionary journey to his final imprisonment in Rome, and a loyal friend who remained with the apostle after others had deserted him. And that's 2 Timothy 4 and 11. Antioch and Philippi are among the places suggested as his hometown. The gospel is specifically directed to Theophilus, whose name means one who loves God, and almost certainly refers to a particular person rather than to lovers of God in general. The use of most excellent with the name further indicates an individual and supports the idea that he was a Roman official or at least of high position and wealth. He was possibly Luke's patron, responsible for seeing that the writings were copied and distributed. Such a dedication to the publisher was common at that time. Amen. The third gospel presents the works and teachings of Jesus that are especially important for understanding the way of salvation. Its scope is complete from the birth of Christ to his ascension. Its arrangements is orderly and it appeals to both Jews and Gentiles. The writing is characterized by literary excellence, historical detail, and warm, sensitive understanding of Jesus and those around him. Luke's account of Jesus' ministry can be divided into three major parts. First, the events that occurred in and around Galilee. Second, those that took place in Judea and Perea. And third, those of the final week in Jerusalem. Luke's uniqueness is especially seen in the amount of material devoted to Jesus' closing ministry in Judea and Perea. This material is predominantly made up of accounts of Jesus' discourses. 21 of the 28 parables that occur in Luke are found in chapter 10, verse 30 through chapter 19 through 27. Of the 20 miracles recorded in Luke, only 5 appear in 9:5:51 through 19 through 27. Already in the 9th chapter, Jesus is seen anticipating his final appearance in Jerusalem and his crucifixion. Amen.